I agree with you. I am on the same boat. Like, do things without expecting anything in return. I do kind of think you still need to ask, right? Like, hey, you never know who knows who. So after you help someone, it's totally okay to, ask them like, hey, by any chance, if you know anybody that needs help with this, just let me know, right? Like, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. But I don't, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here because a lot of people, and we've talked a little about this sometimes, but they might be in a place of need, right? Or where they're like, oh, my time is so valuable, I cannot invest my time in like helping other people, like getting out of my way, or I have so much stuff to do on my own. Like, why would I go out of my way to help someone else, right? Why would you tell to someone that is in that position, right? And that doesn't mean like they're bad people or anything. They might just be in a place where their needs right now are to take care of their own stuff. So they might see helping others, going out of their way a little bit. They might see it as a little inconvenience at the moment. So what would you tell them?
Yeah, I've got so Ron's story of helping this guy launch his podcast, I mean, that's like kind of a big extreme. That was a 5-hour freebie basically. And yeah, I agree. Not everybody has that time. So I have another story that helps showcase, like, even if it's just an hour. And so there was somebody that made a post on ClickFunnels group, Facebook group, right? And they just needed a little help. So I was like, yeah, happy to help. I jumped on, and this person, it's not like I built a funnel or anything. She had her funnel, but she just needed this button fixed and this thing fixed, right? And so I spent like 30 minutes with her. Well, then she reached out, I don't know, another 3 weeks later, and was like, hey, Corey, how much do you charge? I just have a little bit of help I need. And again, I jumped on. It was only like 20 minutes worth of me helping walk her through fixing something. And she's like, okay, how much do I owe you? I'm like, no, I'm not going to charge you for that. Like, that's not worth it, right? And so at the end of the day, it's like a total of an hour of my time. And I know that at some point, this person's going to hire our agency to do more than just build this funnel. She's going to hire us to do all the marketing that goes along with this funnel, because I know where she's at in life. And I guarantee you, anytime she ever talks to somebody that is in need of something, she's going to think of us, right? And so even if you don't have the 5 hours, I believe, I mean, Ron mentioned earlier, like, graphics came easy to him, right? Like, what can you do fast? What can you do better than a lot of people? What's your superpower, so to speak?
Yeah.
You can afford to give a little bit of time. It doesn't have to be 5 hours till 1 a.m, but it can be a half hour here. It could be a half hour there. It could be just proofreading a funnel for 5 minutes, then give feedback, right? Like, it doesn't have to be so big that you just can't give time for someone. And at the end of the day, if somebody isn't able to do that, then, I personally, they wouldn't be somebody I would have around.
Yeah. And the other thing is, there's so many people doing stuff online, and you can instantly tell if they're doing it for money, right? Instantly. And if you're doing it for money, you probably won't get it.
Interesting.
Right. So if you do things for the right reason, the universe has a way of making sure you're taken care of.
Yeah, it does come back.
Yeah, that is powerful. That is very powerful. I feel like we've noticed that, actually, like, the times we've gone like out of our way and like help others, like, hey, like, do this and that, it's like probably turn into the best relationships and businesses, right? Like, again, when what we're doing right now, pre-content repurposing agency, we used to experiment a lot with like funnels and stuff, right? Like, all our clients would be guinea pigs. We're like, we just heard this new stuff we can use, and like, we'll go and do it. And
until we got called out.
But it's okay. We're still good friends, and they got awesome results.